Welcome to this energizing morning flow. Today's practice begins with us seated on a block. If you don't have a block, you can roll up a very thick towel and sit on that so that your hips are a little bit higher than your knees. We begin with just this gentle movement of lowering your gaze chin to chest and then lifting your gaze. And then we'll add the spinal movement as you lower the gaze round the spine. And as you lift your gaze, arch the back. Once more, you round the spine, gaze downward. The exact opposite, arch and gaze upward. And you'll just get this flow of rounding and arching. And then we add the arms. As you round, reach the arms forward and slightly upward. And then when you arch, you'll circle the arms behind you, bring the fingertips to the floor, and lift your chest upward. Hold for a moment, and then we release. Round the spine, sweep the arms forward and upward, and come back into the arch, fingertips to the ground, lift up the chest. We release, sweep arms forward, upward as you round, reach the arms back as you arch, pause once more. And bring your left leg over the right leg, so you twist to right, then you'll circle your left arm. You'll make really big circles as you warm the shoulder. And just continue circling your left arm as you explore your range of motion in the shoulder. Take one more circle. We'll bring the legs together and twist the other way. The knees drop to your left. Left fingertips to floor as you circle the right arm. Really take your time to use the space as you make these big circles. And then we'll come onto all fours. Let's come onto the hands and knees. Set your block or your rolled up towel to the side. And come onto all fours and bring your hips side to side. Then extend your left leg to the back. Then press through the ball of the foot to propel you forward and back. So it's a simple rocking forward and backward movement. Now we'll add on here. Glide the left leg about the quarter of the way away from you and then reach it back. Glide out and then reach back. And continue these movements. This is a combination of shifting forward and back as you glide your left leg back and out. So we're bringing heat to your outer left hip. We'll transition. Left leg lifts, left arm lifts for baby half moon pose. Bend your left leg and then re-straighten. And if you wobble, smile and come back to baby half moon. Bend the leg, re-straighten. So continue to bend and straighten your lifted leg. And you need an amount of core strength to keep you stable. So pull the belly in. Now pause here when your leg is bent and reach the lifted arm back. Reach far back. Maybe the hand lands on your left ankle. And if you don't reach the ankle, then let your hand just rest on where it naturally lands. You'll pull your left heel in and then you'll straighten your leg. But because you're holding on to your leg or ankle, your leg won't go straight. So it's a matter of just pulling the heel in and then reaching your shin away from you. Now release the leg, re-extend the left leg and the left arm, and shift your hips back, lower the left foot, and reach the right arm up. This is gate pose. Press the palm of the hand away from you, and then turn the hand in and reach the fingertips up and away from you. Once more. Palm away from you, fingertips away from you. Now lower the fingertips to the ground and come back to baby half moon pose. Lower the hips down, come back to gate pose. So there's this dance between baby half moon pose and gate pose. Now bring both hands to the ground, lower the belly to the ground for a modified vinyasa. Lift up in low cobra, lower the chest. Once more, curl up into low cobra, lower down, press up, and bring your hips toward your heels in child's pose. Let's walk the fingertips forward so that you get more length on both sides of the body. Now press back up into all fours and extend your right leg back. We rock forward and back just as we did on the first side. Shift weight forward and back. Now we lift the right foot just a little bit off the ground and you'll hover your foot about a quarter of way. Make sure there are no blocks blocking your way. And then you'll hover the foot back. It's a light skimming of the foot out to the side and back behind you. Skim out to the side, over the leg behind you. Reach it back out to the right. Take it back behind you, and then baby half moon pose. The left foot, notice, comes away from center as you lift the right arm and reach the right leg back. Watch that you don't dump the weight into left shoulder. Push down through left hand to streamline the arms. Then bend the right leg and re-straighten. Fluidly bend the right leg and fluidly straighten. Pull the heel in, reach the right leg long, pull in here, and reach back with the right arm. Once you feel you've reached out at your maximum, lower the hand, whether it's onto the ankle or shin, and then bring the heel close to buttocks, and then push the shin away from you. Pull heel in, push shin away, pull heel in, press the shin away. Then we hold this posture. You're reaching your shin away from you, and this creates space in the chest. Now release back to baby half moon pose. Shift your weight back to lower the right foot and bring the left arm up to gate pose. And reach the left heel of the palm away from you and turn the hand in. Reach the fingertips away from you. Once more. Palm of the hand reaches up. Fingertips reach up. Lightly lower the left hand down so you come to baby half moon pose. Then come back to gate pose. Let's find the flow here. Left arm reaches. Then the left hand lowers. Right arm and right leg reach up and out. Come back to gate. Fluid and smooth to baby half moon pose. Lower the right hand, lower down to the belly to chest to head. Then curl up into low cobra. Take it back down. Lift up head, shoulders, neck, chest. Come back down. Arch back up. Lower down. And then finally press back up and sit on your heels. Sweep the arms overhead and twist to your left. Lower your hands to your left side. Swivel on your knees to face the top of your mat. Lift your hips up and back and bend your legs alternately as you come into a bent leg downward facing dog. Knees bend deeply, hips reach high and back. Your hands and the balls of the feet push down into the ground. And slowly straighten the legs or work towards straight. And slowly bend the legs deeply. And just that flow, straighten and bend the legs to your liking, to your rhythm. Legs bend, and you'll step the feet little steps forward. Legs will stay bent, and you'll sweep the arms forward and upward, and you'll come into standing position. Shift some weight to the right foot to lift your left leg and come into tree pose. Tree pose can be left foot high up against your right inner thigh, perhaps further down, or even the ball of the foot on the ground. Your left hand comes to the inner edge of your left thigh as you lean to your left side. And you come back to center, lower the left foot, bend both legs, hands to heart, lift the right heel, and slowly reach the right leg back. Now straighten your left leg as well so both legs are straight. And then bend both legs. Straighten, get long, and then bend, fold the legs. These repetitive actions are strengthening both the front of your left thigh and the back of your right thigh. Now reach the right leg long and slowly lower the right ball of the foot to the ground and reach the arms overhead as you come into crescent pose. Continue to reach high up. Pivot the ball of the right foot, turn to face your right. Both arms reach upward. And then we'll lower the arms, straighten front leg, sweep arms up. Come back to warrior two. Lower arms, straighten front leg, sweep arms up. Warrior two. Once more, lower the arms, straighten front leg, sweep arms up. Warrior two. And this time we'll stay. Now gaze forward at one spot, perhaps on your left hand or beyond your left hand. Although the movement has stopped, the breath hasn't. So let the breath flow, let the breath be full and steady. And let the breath give life to this posture. Lower the arms, straighten the front leg, then reach arms overhead. Look at the back foot. Bring the foot slightly forward and then lean toward your front leg and then come back up. Once more, lean toward your front leg, work it slowly, and then come back up. Last time, lean toward the front leg, lower the left hand, and reach the right arm up. Triangle pose is where we're at. And keep reaching upward, and you can gaze down or up toward your hand, right hand, or somewhere in between. It's important that your neck feels comfortable. So perhaps it's not, for you, it's not even a matter of looking at just one spot. Perhaps you'll turn the head. So find what works for you. I'll take one more breath cycle here. Bend the front leg, lower the top hand, and step back into plank pose. Front foot joins the back foot. We'll shift forward and back. Press forward and press back. Take one more forward action, lower the knees, bend the elbows, and come all the way down to the front body. You'll lift up in low cobra pose and press back up, curl the toes under, hips reach high and back to downward facing dog. We're going to hold this posture for a few breaths. Can you listen and feel the way you inhale? Is it full and steady? The way you exhale, is it complete? Let's bend the knees, we look forward and take little steps forward. We'll bend the legs and take chair pose. Arms reach forward and upward, and all the way up we stand to lift the right leg and come into tree pose on this side. The right hand presses against your right inner thigh. You can bring the right foot lower if you wish, if that gives you more stability. In fact, the ball of the right foot can stay on the ground while the rest of your foot rests against your left inner thigh. There are many versions of balance, so take a version that makes sense to you right now. Lower the right foot and join the palms together to take them in front of the heart. Left heel lifts and the left leg reaches far back behind you. Here's the strengthening part. Straighten the standing leg and without rush, bend both legs. So continue this bending and straightening transition and be as slow and mindful as you can. If you lose the balance, then take a breath and come back to the transition. A great yoga practice isn't about nailing every posture or getting everything perfect. It's about being able to work with the mistakes and being okay with it and letting them go. It's straighten the left leg as slow as you can. Lower the left ball of the foot down. Ha! Ha ha. And we'll come into crescent posture. Arms reach high. Then come into warrior two. From here, right leg is bent. Left leg is straight and strong. Arms out to the sides. And then we'll lower the arms, straighten front leg, sweep arms up. Come back to warrior two. Release warrior two, arms lower, legs straightens, arms reach up and back out to the sides. And we'll do this transition a few more times just to help get rid of any tight muscles or spots that you zeroed in on to strengthen. So now we'll stay here in warrior two, where you're looking at just one spot, where your body is steady, where your breath is full. As we hold ourselves in the posture, try and get the good balance of working and yet finding some sense of ease. Lower the arms and straighten the front leg. Arms reach overhead. Bring the left foot, the back foot, slightly inward and lean to your right. And pull yourself back up. Glide yourself forward, then reach yourself tall. Press your feet downward as you continue this swaying motion. Lift back up, and then lower the right hand and reach your left arm upward. You're in triangle pose, and here your feet press down firmly so that this pushing down energy will translate upward through the legs, through the hips, through the spine, all the way to the arms, and all the way to the crown of the head. And there are sensations of grounding down and expanding, so that even if this posture is not moving, it's very much alive. Let's bend the right leg, lower the left hand, place the right hand down and step the right foot back. Plank posture is where we're at. And you'll take your movement side to side and forward and back, just as we did on the first side. Lean forward, press back. Lean forward, lower the knees, come all the way down very slowly. And let's lift up through the chest. Press up all the way back. Curl the toes under and come into downward facing dog. Press down through the balls of both feet and let this pushing down sensation translate upwards through your legs. And press down through your hands and let this pushing down sensation translate upward through the arms, throughout the spine, through the belly, through the hips. And we bend the legs, look forward, and walk the feet forward toward your hands. Get a good distance between the feet, bend your legs and sweep the arms forward and upward. Chair pose. As you rise, take the hands together and bring the palms in front of the heart in prayer posture. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, chair pose. Lift the right heel and reach the right leg back. Slow motion. Lower the right foot down to the floor. Crescent into warrior two, please. Now lean forward. Bring the forearm to thigh as your right arm reaches upward. Scoop the arm downward toward your right knee and then reach it back up. Let's do that again. This is a half circle where you sweep your arm downward and then take it back up. Let's do a full circle, arm downward, forward, and all the way up. Sweep it down, forward, and all the way up. Now reach up toward the ceiling. Lower the left hand down the floor or on a block. And the reaching up sensation in the right arm remains. And keep your breath steady and full and flowing. If you're looking upward, then look down toward your mat. You'll shift your left hand forward, the rest of the body follows. Lift the back leg and come into half moon pose. With deep, full breaths, start to bend the top leg. And as we did when we were lower on the ground, the top hand is going to reach back behind us. And the point is not to grab the ankle. The point is to keep the chest wide and to keep your right leg as bent as it can. And if hand and ankle meet, then good. And if hand and ankle don't meet, then good. Keep pressing down through your standing foot. Then unfold the right leg and reach the right arm up, back to half moon pose. Shift the weight back, lower the right foot down. Come into plank pose. The left foot steps back. Let's shift the weight forward, lower all the way down. So rise up into low cobra, then push yourself up and back into downward facing dog. Take a few moments here to rest or reset. Bend your legs and take little steps forward toward the hands. Let's take chair pose. Sweep the arms forward and up. Then take the hands together. Press the palms in front of heart. Once more, chair pose. Bend the legs, arms sweep upward. Hands to heart and reach the left leg back. If you lose your balance, just reset. Lower the ball of the foot behind you. Take crescent pose and breathe into warrior two. Lean forward and bring the right forearm to the thigh and reach the left arm up. Then a half circle downward and forward. Once more, reach up. Come downward and forward. Reach the arm up. Full circle here. Arm reaches. And really complete the full circle. Now hold the posture here. Left arm reaches up. The belly pulls in to keep you stable. And pay attention to your back leg. And notice how strong it is in this posture. Take that strength with you as you lower the right hand. Shift the weight forward and lift your left leg. Half moon pose on the second side. Bend your left leg. I thought I'd illustrate the common mistake here. You know how you panic when you can't find your foot behind you? Instead, take a breath, bend the leg, and simply reach back with the left arm. Hand and ankle don't have to meet. Maybe it's a matter of spinning the chest a little bit more toward the ceiling or bending the top leg a little bit deeper. But as I said, hand and ankle do not need to meet. Now release this posture. Straighten your lifted leg. Bend your standing leg deeply. Lower the left foot. Take it to plank. Shift forward. Lower all the way down. You'll come up with the chest, the shoulders, and the head. And press back up into downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. We start to wind down here. Bend the legs and walk the feet toward the hands and take a seat. Soles of the feet on your mat, the legs bend, arms reach forward and lean back, and then come back up. Lean back and reach back up. Remember to breathe here. Reach back up. Lean back, and as slow as you can, lower all the way down to your back. And this is our final position, so get comfortable. If you have an active yoga practice and have other postures that you would like to do before coming into this final posture, then feel free to do them before coming into Shavasana. And if you are ready to just rest and relax, then join me here. You can stay 5 or 10 minutes in this posture before moving on with the rest of your day. Thank you very much for going with me in flow motion, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.